So what you're watching now are the final steps of the printing process of the gun body on my Zortrax M200. This is the last model I uploaded with tighter tolerances around the cylinder, and I decided to split it in half because I could save 10 grams of plastic on it. The infill is very light, as you can see, it's about to disappear, and this is because ABS plastic is very strong and it does shrink quite a lot. So the less material you have inside the model, the less likely it is to warp badly and have a failed print. I can show you how I work better with ABS plastic. Ta-da! This is my setup. So I decided that instead of buying 110 euros worth of covers, side covers, I just put on some cardboard boxes, and this works fairly decently so far, except I do have some warping here. As you can see, the raft came off the platform, but it's not a very big deal since it doesn't change the structure of the gun. Cool, let's go next. So once you took off all the raft and the support material, you have to sand down the pieces to make them fit together. For example, this hole has to be large enough for the pin to go through, and also the hole of the trigger. And the trigger is slightly big for this space, so you have to sand down the sides. The piston has to fit onto this space, and also the barrel has to fit in place, almost snap in place, so not too much play. The cylinder has to go and slide pretty freely onto the piston. The friction is going to reduce over time because the layers of plastic smooth out together because of this movement. And the next thing I did was gluing together the pieces. So I used hot glue for the grip because it could fill the gap given by warping of the plastic. And for the barrel I use some epoxy glue because it's thinner and it doesn't destroy the alignment, so that the space here is constant. And the next thing you have to do is assemble the moving parts. So this cylinder I decided to make it very long because it can shoot heavier BBs than .12, but I guess at least 0.2 grams. I found out that it works as well if you cut off about 1 centimeter with 0.12 BBs, and you do so by putting the straw on a flat surface and rolling it under a blade until it snaps off. Next you add the key to the gun. So you have to make sure that the chamber part faces forward because it allows the BBs to slide in more easily from the magazine. You do so, and you line the hole with the barrel. Next you add the cylinder, and it fits perfectly. So here we are, the final steps of this project. I've already lubricated the parts with this general purpose oil. So the outside of the piston, but also the inside, the straw of the cylinder, and the inner wall of the cylinder, and this key, of course. Now all we have to do is adding our rubber bands. We start by adding one small rubber band. If you have a rubber band which is smaller than this, you can do something like that, which looks much better, but I have to do so. Like that, and then on top. Done. Then you have two equally long rubber bands that fit inside these hooks, and in my case I have to do 3 loops in order to get some good tension on it. 1 and 2. Okay, next thing we have to do is adding some BBs to the magazine. Cap it, and we are good to go. You load it by keeping it in an upright position so that the BB slides in, and then once it's inside, here we have it. So now we go for the shooting test. I'm gonna shoot this target, which is as big as my hand almost, from about 2 meters away, and you're gonna see really how inaccurate this gun is, but it's still a fun project. So let's check it out. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, the rubber bands were not powerful enough, so they just made some small markings all around the target, but they were like here, here, here. I cannot see others, so I'm gonna add some rubber bands and see how it works. So I added 2 more rubber bands to the gun, and as you can see, it can easily pierce through one sheet of paper from 2 meters away. And now I'm gonna show you that this is not a lie. So it does work, the gun. It does make a hole through, but it still doesn't hurt very much. The main problem with this gun is accuracy, of course, because the plastic layers gets in the way of the BB, so they make it swift away from the right trajectory. But I think that with multiple shooting it's gonna get much better, a bit like the last gun I broke. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you soon, guys.